Anthony Slater here with Tim Kawakami in Salt Lake City after a second straight pretty easy Warriors sweep. 8-0 in the playoffs. They've now won 23 of the past 24. 7 of the 8 playoff wins have been by double digits. I mean, this team is just steamrolling right now.
Yeah, I mean, I asked them, and I think I agree. They said they agree with what I said. Are you playing better and better? Are you the best Warriors team that you've been all season? And the answer was yes. They're playing fantastic. In this situation, up 3-0, you could have sat back. You could have let the crowd roar in, and maybe it's a fight. You know, it's a tough game all the way. No, they come out there and go boom, like they did in Game 4 against Portland right off the bat. Now, this one they gave back a little bit, but then every pressure moment, every time they had to score a bucket, if it was 6 to get it to 8, if it was 7 to get it to 9, get it to 13 again. Every time, and then Utah would come back a little bit, then get it back to 8, get it back to 10, because this Warriors team is playing at its highest level, and I think they know there are levels to go. They can play better than this, but this was really good. This was a tougher Warriors performance, I would say. Certainly than Game 4 against Portland. You would probably agree. They just got so many different weapons. They got so many different ways they could beat you, and they're showing it more and more. They're just kind of, they're not at the highest level at each time, but they have all these things they can bring out.
What's astonishing to me is we're sitting here, look, that's a good Jazz team. That's a 50-win Jazz team that was, George Hill was out for 3 of the games of the series, but they're pretty healthy. And they're sitting here after getting swept 4-0. Like, nobody's really saying Utah had a bad series. I mean, Quinn Snyder's up there not, if we could have done this, could have done that. They're just resigned to the fact that they really had no shot. And, I mean, that is just the level above they are. Now attention turns to Rockets, Spurs. West Finals could start as early as Sunday, as late as Tuesday. What are you looking at in that series? And I mean, can either of those two teams really test this Warriors out?
I don't think the Spurs can. I mean, the Spurs have the whole Spurs thing. And I don't know that Tony Parker was going to be the most essential player in any potential Warriors series, but I still don't think the Spurs, LaMarcus Aldridge, that whole thing, they've got all the problems they're having with the Rockets right now, multiplied by 10 against the Warriors. I think the Rockets are the better team. I think the Rockets would give I think the Warriors they're going to have a fairly easy time with either one of them, but the Rockets might kind of cause them to make adjustments. Just now it's the point of, do you cause them to adjust? They can adjust, but Portland, they had to make no adjustments. Utah maybe 1 or 2 here. San Antonio, I don't know that's going to make that many adjustments. Houston with those threes, Ryan Anderson, the things that they can do, guys coming off the bench, Lou Williams, might stretch the Warriors a little to win in 5. San Antonio, I don't think they're going to get stretched to win in 4 or 5. That's the difference I see. But I think it's all a long road, shorter now, to another finals against Cleveland. That's what we're all seeing. It's what you talk about. Because it's obvious. These are the best 2 teams. They're both 8-0. They're both through the second round. They're both halfway to each other. And I think the Warriors are sensitive. They don't want to say it. The Warriors senses that Cleveland got over an 8. We're going to get over an 8. And they're not walking towards each other. They're sprinting towards each other.
Yeah. Steph Curry, 30 points on 15 shots. He was a plus 35 tonight. He had a couple big games in this series. Draymond Green, dominant defensively, hitting threes in this series. Kevin Durant kind of saved them in Game 3 with a huge 38-point performance. Label me an MVP from this series.
Oh, my goodness. I'm going to say Durant because I think JaVale McGee was really good. Livingston was great tonight, by the way. I think Durant's 38 was the most important thing in this series in Game 3. If he gets 32, they might not win that game. And he goes out with no points in the first quarter because he had 2 early fouls, came out, still scores the most important points in this game. Steph set it up. Draymond had a couple great assists. Draymond had a triple-double. Draymond is maybe their most essential player. They play their best when Steph's on the floor. It's all these weird little breakdowns we have to do because they're all so good. But I would say Kevin Durant because he scored the most important points, the ones where everyone else was going, what do we do now? Doesn't happen a lot with the Warriors. This time, maybe for the first time in Game 3, and a little bit tonight, Kevin Durant was the one who delivered.
For Tim Kawakami, I'm Anthony Slater. We'll see you in about a week from the West Finals.
Yep.